Hi, I'm Larry Richardson, your step-by-step chef, and I am out here for cooking and camping with the Step-by-Step Chef, primitive camping in the remote desert outside of Austin, Nevada. The desert is a very, very dry place. Maybe you've heard that. That's why my voice sounds like this. It is very dry, very dusty, and extremely beautiful and fulfilling to be here. Now, in keeping with cooking and camping with the Step-by-Step Chef, what would you make if you were celebrating 4th of July out in the desert? French toast, of course. We're going to have French toast with almond syrup. The French played a very pivotal role in our victory over the British in the Revolutionary War. So I am having French toast, and it is very easy to make, and it's something that is delicious whether you are camping or you're at home. So come on, let's cook. So I told you I am primitive camping out here. Primitive camping means whatever you need, you got to bring it. You got to bring all your own water, your own food, your own kitchen, your own tent, you name it, you got to bring it. You even got to bring a shovel. And you know why, to dig your own latrine. But I wanted to show you, this is just a basic setup. And really, to make food, all you need is something to cut the food with, to prepare it, and something to cook it on. And that's what we have. So this is what I will be working around as we make our French toast with almond syrup. So here are the ingredients for our French toast with almond syrup. I have 4 pieces of wheat bread, and you can use whatever bread you want. That's kind of a hearty wheat, kind of a good camping bread. But if you want to use like a farmhouse white or something like that, that's also delicious too. I also have some cinnamon. You know, we'll use about maybe a teaspoon and a half of cinnamon. I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons of butter. I have 2 eggs. I have almost 2 cups of milk, only because I had to drink some of it. I have a 2-ounce bag of sliced almonds. You can get whole almonds and just cut them up yourself. Make sure you get the cooked ones, not the raw ones. Then we'll use about maybe 2 teaspoons of sugar in the mix for the French toast itself. And the almonds, we're just going to warm up in about a cup of syrup. And that brings out some of that almondy taste. So let me show you how to put all this together. Making French toast in the desert. Now you have seen it all. There's nothing left to see on YouTube. You may leave the building. These eggs. Whoops. Here we go. That wasn't the cleanest break, but just break the eggs into your container. Make sure whatever you break this into is big enough to handle dipping the pieces of bread. If you make it in a container that's too small, you won't be able to get the mix to soak into the bread. So just keep that in mind. And then I'm just going to use about a cup of this milk. There we go. Now if I had vanilla, I would add a little bit of vanilla to this mix, or even almond extract. But you know, I'm camping, and I can't bring everything in the kitchen, but there are workarounds, and one of the workarounds for not having those complex ingredients is to take any kind of like walnut or almond or pecan and mix it in with the syrup itself and some butter, and that adds a little extra special something to your French toast. And now I'm just going to add that tablespoon of sugar, or 2 teaspoons of sugar. There we go. My fingers have been certified as pinching 1 teaspoon of sugar by the U.S. Balance and Standards. And here comes our cinnamon. And I picked this up special for this dish. I don't have a lot of other dishes that I put cinnamon in, especially in the summer. Cinnamon's kind of a Christmas spice to me. But in French toast without cinnamon, not worth it. I went out of my way to get this. And when you're out in remoter parts of the country, which I absolutely adore, you will find that some ingredients aren't as easy to get. So sometimes you do have to go the extra distance. So there's our cinnamon mixed in. And you can even put cinnamon on the toast itself when it's done, if you want. But I like it a little bit in the mix. Now, if you're cooking out in the desert, and I'm sure you are, I'm sure you're cooking and camping in the desert as you make this, make sure to put these ingredients, like I did with the other eggs, back into your cooler as soon as possible. It's very hot out here. I know you can't believe that about the desert, but it does get hot, and you don't want your ingredients to spoil. So after I mix this up nice and smooth, I'm going to go put that milk back in the cooler, just so I don't end up with a container of cheese. Okay, that looks smooth enough for me. I'm going to meet you over at the stove. Okay, so here we are over at the old stove. And be careful, I know I keep saying this, be careful when you light your stove. Follow the instructions that came with it, and practice before you come out in the field. Make sure your stove works. So I'm putting this pan over very low heat, the lowest possible, while still making sure that it didn't go out. And this is the pan we're going to put the syrup in. Here we go, that's about a cup of syrup. Then what I'm going to add is, I'll add about 1/3 of a cup of almonds to it. Here we go. And here comes a tablespoon of butter. So it'll have a nice butter almond taste. Now, I want this to slow simmer, so I might have to adjust the heat as it heats up. I don't want it to boil. Don't let it rapid boil. We just want to get the ingredients to kind of get to know each other, but still taste fresh. So if it starts boiling, turn that heat down. And now I'm lighting the other burner, and I'm going to put this one just under medium heat. Now this is the desert, so you would think that I could just leave the bread out and it would cook itself, but it's not quite that hot. Oops, let me turn this up. There we go. Yep, just under medium heat. Okay, I know it's kind of hard to calibrate these, but just make sure you don't have it extremely high and not extremely low. And then what we're going to do is preheat our pan on this one, and you can see I already need to turn the syrup one down. And if the syrup gets hot enough, I might even be able to just turn that off and let these ingredients kind of hang out. That already smells quite delicious, to be honest with you. Yum. So we have this pan all preheated. We just put some butter in it. And you can just chop a piece of butter off and do that if you want. I just don't mind using the stick for this purpose. And then what we do is we just take our bread, and you have to wash your hands after each one of these, but we just take our bread, we dip it in the mix, get it nice and sopping wet, and then we drop it in the butter. You can hear that's really rolling right off the bat. So that's probably going to take about 2 minutes to toast, and then we'll flip it and we'll do another 2 minutes. So I'll be right back. So 2 minutes later, let's just see. Yep, it's sliding around. So let's see what's going on the other side. Yep, that's toasting. So now we'll give the other side 2 minutes. And 2 minutes later, let's check it. So 2 minutes aside is just about right out here, using this stove at this temperature. If you like it crispier, then flip it a few more times. And I'm going to keep doing that until I use up the bread. So congratulations, look at what you just made. Whether you're at home, on the road, or camping in the Nevada desert on the 4th of July, you can have fresh French toast wherever you are. It's that easy. So I took some of our almond butter syrup and I just put it on top of 2 pieces, and I am ready to devour this. Serve it with 2 scrambled eggs and you've covered all the bases, well, other than, have a banana or something, for a great day on the trail. Now, if you like this recipe, please go to my website, StepByStepChef.com. There you will find a free printable recipe for this French toast and over 175 other delicious breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You will also find a step-by-step video with each and every one of them. And you're going to have to put up with more and more of me if you go there. The other thing you're going to find is step-by-step videos on how to tent camp and how to camp in general. I have tips that will help just about everybody who wants to hit the road and get to know the great outdoors. So I'm Larry Richardson. I am your step-by-step chef, and I'll see you in the next episode.